Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 with Blackburn Rovers. Obviously, I'm in my new flat now. We were in the last episode. I've still got my cold because I recorded the last episode yesterday, so it's not gone away, so I still sound a little bit weird. We are near the end of the January transfer window. We've done some business. We've spent a reasonable amount of money, mainly on one player. It's this guy, Pasquale Sole, or Pasquale Sol, I don't know, from Watford. He's cost us £10.75 million up front, raising to possibly £17.5 million. I bought him because he's a very good complete forward. Dimmy can't score very many goals, and we do play three strikers now, so the more goal scorers we have, the better. Also, he's scored 12 goals for Watford so far this season in the Championship. The next player to join for £215,000 is 23-year-old French striker Laurent Barthélemy, who has gone out on loan to St Johnstone. He's already played a game for us, although it doesn't actually say that he played it, because I think it was the cup game he played. Yes, it was, and he scored. Yes, I remember that now. For £2.4 million, I've managed to sign Brazilian goalkeeper Bizu from Botafogo. He doesn't have a work permit, but for some reason, they're broken, so he can play. Don't ask me, he doesn't have a permit, but I'm allowed to play him. He's come in as basically a third choice goalkeeper. I need a decent young keeper. He kind of fits the bill. And the final player to join, Hassan Taghizadeh. He's definitely just going to be called Hassan. He has joined from Zobahan in Iran. He is an Iranian. Doesn't have any caps, however, at the moment, but it won't be long. He's come in for 200k. Loads of potential in this guy. He's probably going to sit in the under-23s. Maybe he might go out on loan for the rest of this season if someone wants him. We're doing it a bit backwards. Now let's go through the players out, shall we? Emre Can has left the club. He only had a one-year contract, and basically Stuttgart came in for him, and then he agreed to sign for Stuttgart, and then I said, do you want to buy him now for 600k? And they did. So we've got 600k for Emre Can, which is actually quite a lot of money for a player who only played 9 games for us. I've been trying to get rid of some of the dead wood in our side. Lamine Darrow, the Italian/Ivorian, I believe he's Ivorian. He's gone to Sheffield United for how much money? Because I can't remember. 325k. So we've made a fair old profit on him. Paul Smith, a player who came through our youth system a very long time ago, back in 2024. He has signed for Watford for 900k. He was never going to play for us. I just basically saw him in the youth team and went, you're 20 years old, just get out. And Watford paid for him. Yunus Götz, a player that we've been trying to sell so far this season without any luck, has gone out on loan to Rotherham for the rest of the season. And it's the second time that we've done it. Klaas Mays has been sold for quite a large fee once again. He's gone to Trabzonspor in Turkey. He's left. He's had a reasonable season, but he just wasn't getting enough games, and he kept throwing his toys out the pram, so he's gone. £6.75 million, raising potentially to about 9 million, I think. The window is still open. There are a couple of little transfers that are going through at the moment, but nothing major. There's no big first team signings that I'm trying to get. I'm just trying to pick up some decent youth players at the moment. Let's talk about results, shall we? Since the last episode, I'm undefeated. Not only am I undefeated, we've won 5 out of 5 games. First up was on New Year's Day up against Middlesbrough. A 3-0 victory. Dimmy, Guy Etienne and Andrea Damianov with the goals for us. We also picked up 4 injuries in this game. Dimmy, Fenton, Klaus Jensen and Guy Etienne all managed to get injured. Then in the FA Cup third round against Bristol Rovers, Gustavo Ortuzzo gets 2 goals. Andrea Damianov gets a goal. Laurent Barthélemy gets a goal as well. Macaulay Gillespie scores for Bristol Rovers, but it's a 4-1 victory, setting up a 4th round tie against Newcastle, which will be the first match of this episode. Win number 3 out of 5 was up against Leeds United away from home. We went 1-0 up thanks to Nenad Kampar after 23 minutes. Nicky Stevenson pulls one back just before half-time. Late in the second half, and I mean very late, 92nd minute, Pasquale Sole scores his first goal for the club and already starts to repay his somewhat excessive transfer fee, but he's managed to score a goal already. Next up was an absolutely ridiculous 5-1 victory against Liverpool. This match, I don't know what happens. There was about, 5 minutes, if that, where we just scored 3 goals really quickly. Dimmy, Sole and Ortuzzo in the 25th, 26th and 28th minute. Ivan Urukalo makes it 4-0 just before half-time on 39. Into the second half, Alex Iwobi pulls one back for Liverpool. But Dimmy then scores just 10 minutes later to make it 5-1. A very, very good 5-1 victory against a very good Liverpool side. And finally, a 1-0 victory against Manchester City. Pascal Solé with the only goal of the game. However, we were very lucky in this match. Manchester City had 28 shots to our 7. We did not even have a shot, let alone on target. We didn't have a shot until the 60th minute. So to come away from this match with a win is a ridiculous performance, and I don't really know how Man City didn't score about 4 goals. Today then, we have 2 matches as always. First up is Newcastle in the FA Cup 4th round. Annoyingly, Pascal Solé is out for this match because he played for Watford in the previous rounds. And then we've also got high-flying Crystal Palace, who are sat currently, where are they sat? 4th place in the table, Palace are. How are Palace up there? We are 3rd, by the way. So yeah, Palace are 4th place, we are 3rd place. Manchester United and Leicester, of all teams, are joint top of the table, but we are just 1 point off of the top of the table. So far this season, we have played Newcastle twice, and they have beaten us twice. They knocked us out of the League Cup. They beat us in the league, thanks to a Boban Stevkovic own goal, obviously, because that's what he does. Can we finally get a victory over Newcastle this season? It will put us into the FA Cup 5th round if we do. Realistically, is the FA Cup a target for us? I mean, I know we're pushing for possibly Europe, or possibly even the title at the moment, but I'd like to win the FA Cup. The starting lineup that we are going to go for against Newcastle. In goal, it's going to be a debut for Brazilian goalkeeper Bizu, because I've told him, part of his contract, he'll play cup games. So, I mean, this is a cup game, therefore he should probably play it. Boban Stevkovic, Ivan Uricalo and Andil Maheo are the back 3. Branko Markovic and Slavko Anacic are the wing-backs. Montoya and Dunn in midfield. Kampar, Ortuzo and Odina are the front 3. We have our strongest front 3 out now, because Dimmy's not very good. I moaned at him because he doesn't score enough goals. He scored a couple of goals. Kampar's been out injured. He's now back. So, Nenad Kampar, Ortuzo and Odina, those are the 3 players that we really want to be scoring some goals. Newcastle are one of the sides that do seem to have quite a lot of regen players. They've only got Weston McKennie and Moise Keane, although they've got Merritt. Alex Merritt is definitely real. Some of these probably are real as well. Phil Foden, we know he's real. He's the Man City one. Hopefully, we can get through to the 5th round. Not only can we get through to the 5th round, but we can keep our winning streak ongoing, which will stretch to possibly 6 games now. Padilla with a free kick for Newcastle, out to Vanetti, crosses it in low, and it's, what happened there? Bizu, what are you doing? Okay, I think that hit Uricalo. Bizu couldn't pick it up, and then walked off for a corner. Vanetti to take the corner. Vanetti to the front post, Uricalo heads clear, Van Meel's going to collect. Vanetti's probably going to get it back. First time cross in, Markovic heads clear. Nenad Kampar collects inside his own half. Lumps it forward towards Ortuzo and Odina, in the middle of both really. Okay, nothing came of that then. 9 minutes on the clock, Anacic's throw doesn't get to Odina. Flavi, Weston McKennie spins around for some reason. Binazale, forward to Moise Keane, takes it out wide, got one player on him, crosses in, Uricalo gets it clear. Are we going to counter, or is Padilla going to get it forward? Binazale, Keane, across to Vanetti. Vanetti's getting a lot of the ball so far in the opening 10 minutes. Crossed in, Uricalo clears it. He is wonderfully good at clearing that. Montoya, forward to Odina. Odina has got 2 options in front. Ortuzo is one of them. Into the area, has a go, puts it in the back of the net. 1-0, Gustavo Ortuzo, assisted by Paul Odina. 1 foot in the 5th round. Larson with a goal kick for Newcastle. 24 minutes. Anacic heads forward, but Flavi collects it, takes it across the halfway line, gets tackled by Anacic. Kampar to Ortuzo, the goal scorer. Ortuzo finds Paul Odina. No, he doesn't. Markovic collects it, though. Markovic takes it out wide, forward to Odina. Odina's gone down like a sack of spuds, and it is going to be a penalty. Paul Odina dusts himself off, steps up to take it. Is Paul Odina going to make it 2-0 on 25 minutes? Where are you going to put it, Paul? Into the back of the net. That's all we need to do. 2-0 to Blackburn. Larson with a goal kick for Newcastle over the halfway line, but Dunn heads it forward. Ortuzo gets in the way. Kampar across, doesn't find Markovic. McKennie. Lippens is a very good footballer. He's one of those players that he keeps popping up, and he really annoys me every time he's there. Ball's going around. Lippens has got Moritz. Goal. A goal happened. Moritz Lippens was the guy. I'm blaming my illness for lack of being able to commentate that. Keane gets the ball inside his own half, runs towards the defence with purpose, across to McKennie. McKennie doesn't quite find his player, but Vanetti gets the ball. For Newcastle, crossed in, Weston McKennie's there, and Weston McKennie hits it just wide. Could have been 2-2. Half time, it is 2-1 to us. Andil Maheo has made 2 mistakes. This is a problem for old Andil. Right, so if we look at him here, he's not one of our better defenders. But I do like him, and he's only 21 years old. He's got 5 caps for South Africa. I want him to stop making mistakes. Why is he making lots of mistakes? He's not very brave, his vision's terrible, and his technique's pretty bad. Which means you are going to come off for Kamara. Now, Kamara is a player who's been here a while. He's 24 years old now, but he just doesn't really play. So we got him last year, £4.5 million from... it was from Juventus, apparently. Yeah, doesn't really get too many games. He's not that great either, really. He's just as bad as Maheo. First highlight of the second half, and it's possibly going Newcastle's way. Kamara wins the header. Montoya controls wonderfully well. Kampar gets the ball, plays it across. Oakdina into the area. Paul Oakdina into the back of the net. Makes it 3-1. 50 minutes on the clock. That is his second goal of the game. He's now on a hat-trick. Throw on for Newcastle. Keane collects the ball. Across to Affle. Doesn't get it. Anacic intercepts. Forward. Oakdina's chasing down, but he's not going to get there. Martin. Van Meel. Flavi. Affle. Affle's ball forward to Lippens. Lippens already scored 1 so far. McKennie. Keane. Keane out to Affle. 2 players in the box. 3 players in the box. Lippens is 1. Maurice Lippens has made it 3-2. McKennie with a free kick. Is Lippens going to get a hat-trick here? Kamara gets in the way, clears it, but it's coming back towards us. Weston McKennie again. Plays it forward to some man's name. I can't remember. Lippens has had a go, and of course Maurice Lippens has scored a hat-trick. I've just clicked on Maurice Lippens. Oh my word, he's ridiculous. He scored 145 goals for Newcastle in just under 300 games. That is an insane amount. He's worth £61 million. Can we buy him? They want £166 million for him. I feel like that's probably too much. Corner for Newcastle. Is it going to be 4-3? It's cleared by Urukalo. Kampar collects it. 2 players up. 4 players behind him. Plays it all the way across to Oakdina. Oakdina into the area. Has a go. It's saved by Larson. Probably should have played it across goal on the floor. And then we could have been 4-3 up. McKennie with a throw on. Markovic heads clear. Bienzale gets it. Van Meel. Van Meel to Calzade. Calzade or Calcade? Bienzale. It's intercepted by Urukalo. Markovic forward to Oakdina. Could this be the opportunity? Cross to Ortuzo. Ortuzo's going to have to take it wide because it was behind him. 2 or 3 players in the box. Oakdina's one of them. And Paul Oakdina is going to collect a match ball as well. Does it work like that? Is that how it works? If 2 players score a hat-trick, do you both get a match ball? Or is it just the person who scores first? Just 8 minutes left of normal time. Ortuzo gets the ball forward to Kampar. Kampar to Oakdina, edge of the area, has a go. He's clipped the top of the bar. He could have had his 4th for the game. There's about 5 minutes left. I'm going to do a sub. I'm going to bring on Lakisevic as a striker. I'm also, you know what, yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to bring on this guy. His name is Jonathan Samuel. We've had him for a very long time. He's scored loads, and I mean ridiculous amounts for the under-23s. He's going to make his debut here. Instant highlight following the substitutions. This might not have been the best idea. Intercepted by Anacic. Maybe it was the best idea. Oakdina, the only real recognised striker now, takes it out wide, crosses in. Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. It was that a shot? I think that might have been a shot. Larson collects the ball, kicks it upfield. Hopefully Anacic wins the header. Yes, he does. Montoya. Forward to Lakisevic. To Oakdina into the area. Paul Oakdina has got his 4 for the game. He's made it 5-3. If we could defend, we would be unbeatable, although technically we are currently unbeatable for the last 5 games. 6 games. Highlight immediately following the goal, and this normally leads to another goal. Montoya back to Urukalo. Stevkovic, not scored an own goal in quite a while now. Markovic, forward to Samuel. Samuel, first time we've seen him, crosses it in. Lakisevic is there. He's hit the bar. Oakdina's going to keep it in play. Oakdina's been tackled by Flavi, and then he's fouled Flavi, and that is hopefully going to be the final highlight of the game. Flavi with a throw, 45 seconds left to play. Van Meel, Foden, Affle. It's not going to be long enough for them to get enough goals to really keep this tie alive. So we are going to make it through to the 5th round of the FA Cup. The FA Cup dream is still on. Done with a wonderful tackle there. There is 20 seconds left to play. Samuel's going to hopefully chase it down if he can be bothered. Although he really can't be bothered because we're 5-3 up. Full time then, and Maurice Lippens goes home. Despite scoring a hat-trick, Doesn't even get man of the match or a victory. I mean, fair play Paul O'Dina with 4 goals. Up next, we will have Crystal Palace in the league, but first we will have the FA Cup 5th round draw. The transfer window is open, so if anything happens in between now and the Palace match, actually now and the 5th round draw, I will make sure you are made fully aware. We have signed another goalkeeper. Alcides Jacinto has signed from Corinthians in Brazil. £2.6 million. Got a load of potential. He's a bit younger than Bizu, so he's probably going to sit in the under-23s. It is the 29th of January. It is FA Cup 5th round draw day. However, I want to bring this result to your attention. For some reason, we're playing in the Italian Youth Club Invitational, and we've just destroyed Atalanta under-20s. 12-0. Guy Etienne gets himself 2 hat-tricks. David Emmanuel scores. Dejan Lakisevic scores as well. Dylan Fuller, Liam Seal. 2 goals from the bench as well. Bob Smith and Josh Morris. Guy Etienne scored 6. He's scored 15 in 18 games now for the under-23s. Actually, that's a lie. That's just in the league. He scored 15 in 18 and 6 in 1 in the Italian Youth Club Invitational Trophy and 2 in the Checker Trade Trophy. What is this tournament and why have I never heard of it? Galatasaray under-19s won it last year, Inter won it the year before that, so it seems like it runs every year. Could you imagine? Look at some of these big teams, like Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, Valencia, Inter Milan are on there, and Electro big side. Inter Milan are on there a few times, Napoli, Juventus, AC Milan, and then Blackburn. Could you imagine? Just Blackburn at the top there. So, the FA Cup 5th round, we are going to play either Southampton or Middlesbrough. I personally would like it to be Southampton because they are my team, although they are 15th in the table. We're in Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough 17th, so both sides not doing particularly well. We are obviously well up the right end of the table. So when is that going to be? Fairly soon by the looks of it. It's going to be mid-February. So next episode we might end up having the Southampton and or Middlesbrough game and the Leicester game, possibly. I don't know. Maybe we don't. We'll see. I have a feeling this is one of our games in hand up against Crystal Palace. And if we win this, we will go top of the table, which is an unthinkable thing at the end of January to be sat top of the table. Yes, I know the formation kind of does do quite a lot for it, but we still need the players, and we do have the players. The starting lineup we are going to go for against Palace then. German Cordoba returns to the starting 11. Stevkovic, Urukalo and Abdullah Kamara gets a rare start. Branko Markovic and Anacic are the fullbacks. Klaus Jensen and Dennis Montoya are the 2 central midfielders today. Pascual Sole, Gustavo Ortuzzo and Paul Oakdina are the strikers. Crystal Palace have a team filled completely with foreigners by the looks of it. Although D. Evans and H. Wilson, I assume that's Harry Wilson. Harry Wilson and Dave. It's going to be Dave, isn't it? It is Dave. It's not even David, it's Dave Evans. So, yeah, they've got quite a lot of foreigners. I mean, we can't talk. We literally have no English players at all. No, we've got Paul Oakdina. We have 1 English player in our starting 11. Now, I'm 100% underestimating Crystal Palace in this because I'm expecting them to be as good as they are in real life. So I'm expecting them to be sort of a low-down Premier League side. They are sat 4th. We are 25 minutes in against Crystal Palace, and so far we've had no highlights. There's been 4 shots, but none of them have been actually highlight-worthy. That was it. That was actually it. 0 highlights for the entire half. That was disappointing. I'm going to assertively say that was disappointing. I'm far from pleased. Yeah, everyone listened. Good. Let's just go straight back out there and actually try and have a highlight this time. We finally got a highlight. It's taken 50 minutes to get here. Espina, Evans in the area. Back heel to Wilson. Nunes. Kamara tackles him. Oh, they've hit the bar. They've hit the bar. Someone, it said offside at the bottom, but it doesn't look like it was. Sole now running down the right-hand side. Can he cross in, find one of the 2 players in the middle? He's gone for the cross, and Radu collects the ball. And that will be all the highlights for this game. No, it won't. There is another one. Hino Josa with a throw. Jensen collects. He's gone through the back of him, and on a yellow card, that is a questionable tackle. Stevkovic clears. Sole to Paul Oakdina. Can he control it? Yes, he can. That is great control. Into the area, hits his shot well wide. And so far, 0-0 seems like a fair result. I'm going to demand more because we're not doing anything at all. Did the team not realise that we could actually go top of the league? Montoya to Oakdina. Oakdina spins, has a go, hits it just wide of the post. 65 minutes on the clock. 68 minutes on the clock, and there's more action. Lewis to Meza for Crystal Palace. Takes it out wide, got two players on him. Markovic tackles him, and Paul Oakdina runs onto the ball. One player in the box. For some reason, we're not coming forward. Soleil is outside the edge of the area, and what a finish by Pasquale Soleil, making it 1-0 just before the 70th minute. Blackburn move up to first position in the league. That's ridiculous. Is this goal going to open the floodgates, or are we just going to cruise to full time at 1-0 up? Goal kick for Palace over the halfway line. Lewis is challenged by Kamara. Kamara wins a header, but it's coming back towards us. Meza to Hinojosa. Hinojosa the fullback. Espina in the middle. Mandrea to Mulathala. Sure. Turavast. Cross in. Kamara clears. Anacic hits Anacic on the back of the head. It's coming back in. Urukalo has managed to clear it. Calderon collects. Mulathala. That's not his name, it's probably Mulathala. Anacic with a tackle. Anacic gets the ball as well. Upfield to the goal scorer, Soleil. Two players up with him. Ortuzzo and Oakdina. Ortuzzo's at the front post, and Gustavo Ortuzzo, with 9 minutes to spare, has made it 2-0, and it looks like we are securing our position atop of the league table at the end of January. Lewis. Stevkovic clears it. Ortuzzo out to Soleil. Soleil running down the left-hand side. No one in the box, really. Into Ortuzzo. Ortuzzo unselfishly taps it off to Paul Oakdina. Oakdina makes it 3. All 3 goal scorers have been the 3 strikers. And Ortuzzo there is showing that he's probably one of the most unselfish players in football history. Soleil across. Should have just put his foot through it. Passes it to Oakdina instead. I've realised I haven't done any substitutions. I feel like it's probably a bit too late now. Corner for Palace. It's probably not going to come to anything. Montoya has given away a penalty, so it might come to something. German Cordoba up against Meza. Cordoba, can you save another penalty? This is going to be the last kick of the game as well. Meza steps up to take it. Where is he going to put it? Into the back of the net. It is 3-1. We should have kept a clean sheet. Emiliano Meza's 15th goal of the season. He's probably the reason why they are up in 4th. It looks like it's going to be full time. Yes, it is. I was going to say we have the ball down the left-hand side, but we're going to get to full time. It is a 3-1 victory. Ivan Urukalo could not pass the ball straight, apparently. All 3 of our strikers getting on the score sheet, giving us 3 points, moving us to the top of the table. Blackburn maintain winning streak of 5 matches won in a row. I think you'll find it's actually more. It's 7. It's actually 7, but you don't count the FA Cup games. Little side note, Julian Ortiz has been recalled from his loan spell at Villarreal because I plan on playing him now. He's 20 years old. He needs some first team football at a better level than Villarreal. Although Villarreal will probably, whatever the top league is in Spain. It is 9:15 in the morning on transfer deadline day, and Nikola Popovic is the first player to leave. He has gone on loan to Middlesbrough for the rest of the season. I've got no plans on selling this guy. He's ridiculously good. He's going to get some first-team football, hopefully, at Middlesbrough. So, hopefully, when he comes back, he might actually be challenging for first-team football. Next up through the door from Barcelona is Spanish right-sided midfielder. He's a Ramdeuter. He's actually both-footed as well. He's joined for 350k. He's come in as a backup. I don't really know what to do with him. I just saw him and went, he looks like a really good footballer. He's never played for the Barcelona side. He has played for the Barcelona B team, however. And another player out on loan, Dave Shepherd, has joined Brighton until the end of the season. He's only gone as a rotation, but if he gets football there, then he gets football there. The transfer window has now closed. There was not a lot of action from our side of things. Quite a lot of people wanted to loan Laki Savic, but they wanted to play him as a midfielder. And as you know, or you might know, I'm trying to train him up to be a forward, so I don't want him to go anywhere unless he's going to get first team football as a forward. We are going to end this episode then sat top of the Premier League table. Next episode, we're going to go to the start of March. We're going to go Tottenham and West Brom. The reason why we're going to go there and not the Southampton or Middlesbrough game is because I think that's when our youth intake comes in, and I kind of don't really pay too much attention to it at the moment. But I want to sort of try and make that a focal point of the season because realistically, we do get some decent youth players, and we could possibly at that time of year as well, we can just start trying to poach some decent youth players from some other clubs as well. So next episode will be Tottenham, and it will be West Brom. We are sat top of the Premier League. It's ridiculous. We've not even drawn a game this season. In 25 games, we have not drawn a game this season. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy this episode, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you next time.